Hello friends, myself Mr. Sunil Devkar, Assistant Professor in the Department of English in Rao Bahadur Narendra Boroke College, Srirampur. Today my topic is leadership traits. This topic has been prescribed at SYBA compulsory English syllabus. But I would say even though it is prescribed at SYBA compulsory English syllabus, but this topic is very important topic to all the students, and it is concerned with human life. So when I want to discuss what is leadership exactly, so initially I should speak about soft skills and hard skills. What is the difference between soft skills and hard skills? What are soft skills? So soft skills, I would say these are acquired skills. These are acquired skills from the childhood. These are the qualities which are not learnt within a fortnight. So it might take a long period, but they play a very significant role. And I would say soft skill and hard skills, these are the two wheels of our life. Without these two wheels, one cannot become successful in our life. So when we talk about hard skills are the academic skills. Your academic skills, whatever the graduation, the degree which you take, your mark list, your professional skills, your experience, these are the hard skills. But with these hard skills, when we stand in the market, even though if you secure out of 100, if you secure 90% marks, but in market, your marks will not that much value. Yes, it is your subject knowledge, but how you implement practically, it is very important. And so that's why without soft skills, these are the two sides of coins. One is hard skill and the other is soft skill. And when we say hard skill, it is the subject knowledge, it is the professional knowledge, it is the technical knowledge. But at the other side, when we talk about the soft skills, so these are the hidden skills, and it helps in developing our own personality. These are our personal, that means it is an important personality trait which we can, without that no one can succeed. So I would say that basically every one of us, we should make our own analysis. Who is a leader? Who leads from the front? Lead is a leader. So one who leads the people. So this that means when we come to a family, that is different. That is, you can say, that is your family life, that is different, and professional life, that is different. And this term, it has acquired meaning when in the modern days, very much meaning in the corporate world. This word, it has a different sense of connotation. So yes, leadership, it was from the past ages. We can take many different examples, but I will turn to those examples later on. So when I use the second word, SWOC, what is SWOC? S, it stands for strength. W, it stands for weaknesses. O, it stands for opportunities. And C, it stands for challenges. So if you want to become a good leader, we should be able to understand ourselves. Who am I? Who am I means what? What are the strengths? Where I want to go? What is my goal in my life? What is my destination? And if you want to achieve that destination, we should introspect that what are the different qualities that I should acquire to become a successful businessman, to become a successful leader, to become a successful sportsman, or to become a successful teacher. Whosoever you want to become, each and every field, it has different certain qualities. And how these qualities can be enhanced. So these qualities, other than your professional skills, these qualities, they should be enhanced by each and every person. So likewise in our strength, when we count, if anyone asks me what is your strength, I could say I have good communication skills, I can speak in 3 languages, I can write in 3 languages, English is my favorite language. So likewise, that means I have good team management coordination skill, I have good rapport in the society. So I'm a good dancer, I'm a good singer, I have good computer knowledge. What are these? These are all the skills. Even if you are a good cook, it is also a skill. So these skills together, they will cooperate you to help to become a good leader. So experience, it also counts, and your experience, with that experience, how you enhance your skills, naturally they play a dominant role in everyone's life. So one should try to introspect, what are my strengths? What are my strengths? And at the other side, if you want to achieve that goal, what are my weaknesses? They should also be analyzed. They should also be analyzed, and we should reduce our weaknesses and convert them into strength. And when you are a holistic personality, naturally you have n number of opportunities. So it is as per your will which opportunity I should select. So O, it stands for opportunity, and C, it stands for challenges. So whenever you are accepting any job or any leadership, likewise, before accepting that post, we should know what challenges I will have to face, and those challenges, how I can overcome those challenges. We should think before you act. So that that analysis, it should be done at every place. Whatever the type of work you are doing, that analysis, it plays a very, very significant role, I would say. So then next, I would comment on the interpersonal skills. When we say interpersonal skills, so no one can stand independent in our life. You have to work with the society. You have to work as a team. You have to work with the people around us. So in family, that means you should see the welfare of each and everyone. So in the society, you have to look in the people around you who are expecting something from you. So in return, you have to give something. So there also you have to work. Then next, in the personal, that means in the professional life, when you come to the office, there also people, their expectation is different. So likewise, you should be a holistic personality everywhere, and you should be able to maintain that. So campus life is different and corporate life is different. So from what vision I am speaking about? I am speaking from the corporate life of you. So in campus life, if you are a college student, it doesn't mind if a lecture it starts at 8 o'clock. Your students, they might come at 8:30 also, or 8:15 a.m. also. So that means you are free. You are a free bird. So that means your will it work. But in corporate life, you should be a disciplined person. You should be in time, not on time or after time. That is not important. In time, the work it should be done in time. And when you go, that means when you walk hand in hand of time, and when the work is completed before time, then you can achieve that success, or your goal it can be achieved. Without that, you cannot become a successful person. So that's why it plays a very significant role. So for time, that many things they come. The triads that later on we'll discuss. But before that, I want to take certain examples. I will start from our father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. He made a statement, be the change that you want to see in the world. So what do you mean? Be the change means what? One should change ourselves. One should change ourselves with the changing time. So Gandhiji and Nehru, both were leaders. But why people they gathered around Gandhiji? Because he knew, he understood the people, he understood the needs of the people, and that means he gave us the two weapons to fight against the British rule, and he became a successful leader. So what were his weapons? Truth and ahimsa, or we may call it as non-violence. Truth and non-violence, and that's why he is called the leader of the 20th century by the world. He's been admired by the world, and that's why he was successful, and that's why we got freedom. We got freedom. And so what are the vision? So his vision, his thought, and his coordination with the people, and the people trust on Gandhiji. That's why he was successful. He was with the people. He was a leader who was taking each and everyone, catering the need of all the people together. And that's why he was successful in his life. So that reference we can give of Mahatma Gandhiji. Then I would say, on his same principle, the another leader I would say, Martin King Luther. He gave a slogan. What was his slogan? His slogan was, I have a dream. I have a dream. He just made aware the Negro people. I have a dream. What was the dream? The dream was of freedom. The dream was of the freedom movement. And we see with his slogan, people, they gathered around him. So how you collaborate with the people, that is the another example I would say. Then I would also give the another example of Abdul Kalam. So he said, man needs difficulties because they are necessary to enjoy life. So without difficulties, so what is life? Life is full of difficulties, but one should be able to overcome these difficulties. So there is a problem and we should be able to find a solution for that problem. So we should be able to find out a solution for that problem. Then only one can become successful. So you can also give the example of our Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. What did he say? He said, that means where we should donate for hospitals, not for temples and masjid and mosque. So, if you donate for hospitals, naturally it will save the life of some people. So, humanity is the best religion. So, humanity is the best religion, and without that, one cannot survive. So, even we can take example of Abdul Kalam, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. What type of captain he was? He was cool-headed captain. The team coordination. Why India won the World Cup? So, a team, a leader who understands each and everyone, and at the same time in the adverse situation also, how you tackle those situations, it can that it leads to success. I will also give you another example of Sudha Murty. Who was Sudha Murty? Sudha Murty, that means she was the first employee. She was the first employee in Tata Groups. So before that, not even a single lady employee was who worked in the Tata Group. And at that time, Sudha Murty, she saw an advertisement in the paper. And so what was the advertisement? BE computer engineers. They were needed. And she had that means that qualification. And she had a great trust in Tata. But what was the note written below that application? That means below that advertisement, job advertisement, female candidates need not apply. Female candidates need not apply. And so we see that means at that time Sudha Murty, she wrote a letter to Tata that why you make such kind of discrimination. And so Tata, he came to know his fault and he sent an AC railway ticket to Sudha Murty to appear for the interview, and he told the committee members of the interview panel that if you find her as a liable candidate for the post, she may be selected. And later on, Sudha Murty, she was selected. She worked with Tata Group for only 2 years, and later she quit her own job. And why he quitted her own job? Because she decided to start her own business. And we see today Sudha Murty's Infosys, by the name of Infosys, she has came forward. Ratan Tata. So there are many n number of examples which we can give. They have become able leaders, and so even Baba Amte or many other examples we can even we may say Karmveer Bhaurao Patil, the founder of Rayat Shikshan Sanstha. He came with a dream. He came with a dream that yes, without education, man cannot become self-reliant. So that's why he gave the motto of Rayat Shikshan Sanstha, education through help, self-help is our motto. So that means, yes, you can help others, but what is important? education can change the life. It can change the family. It can change the entire nation. And when the people they are educated, naturally there is progress, there is success. So we see at present what is the status of Rayat Shikshan Sanstha. It is the largest educational institute in Asia continent. How many colleges and students they are enrolled every year. So that means he catered for the need of the masses. Even Mahatma Gandhi ji said, whatever I could not do at Sabarmati or at national level, you did a revolution in education. So it was a great example. It was a great example. So later on, I would turn to that means how we can define leadership. So leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Vision is what? Vision is a dream. Whatever you dream, you should be able to translate into reality. So vision is your plan, is your goal, is your desire, is your idea, and it should be brought into action. So your vision is your plan, and it should be brought into action. And action, when you do action, it becomes reality. And so, who is a leader? He should have the capacity to change that vision into reality. We can give another example, that means another definition. It is not a position or title. Leadership is not a position. You are given a chair. A chair is that means the chair is what? To work for the people, for the welfare of the people. So, for that may position or a title, it is an action. What is that chair? Chair is an action. You should work, that means you should be dynamic. You should be dynamic and you should work for the welfare of the people. And without that, you cannot succeed. So that is much more important. So we can, what are the different traits a good leader he should need? So he should not become like an insect. A leader, when he is given a chair, the chair has 4 legs and you sit on the chair, then you have 6 legs. So you should not turn into an insect. So ground is the reality. What is ground? Ground is the reality. Means what? Chair is temporary. Power is temporary. What corrupts man? Power corrupts man. Power corrupts man. So power is just temporary. So humanity is eternal. Humanity is eternal and you should work for the welfare of humanity. So that you can say that attitude, it should be developed in every leader. Knowledge is your personal property, but an able leader, in a sense, naturally when you work for the welfare of everyone, then and then only that nation could prosper. So the different qualities about leadership, if we mention, so there should be a shared vision. When I use the word shared vision, all right, there should be a dialogue, and without dialogue you cannot come to a consensus. Without dialogue you cannot come to a consensus. So there should be always a shared vision. The plan, it should be framed, and then and then only one can succeed. Then you should lead change. Lead, what is that? Change. Change is important. Change is what is change. That means you should know, likewise, we know there was a Kodak company initially of camera, but now the Kodak, the name, it has been lost. It has been lost. Why? Because they did not change with the passing time. With the changing time, they didn't change. So one who changes with the time, the needs of the people, it should be understood. So your humanity is different, but at the same time, you should have a changed vision. Or you can say you should lead to change and you should accept change. You should not be, you can say, too much adamant. And one, that means you should be flexible. Honesty is the best policy. One should be honest. Whenever you are a leader, you should treat everyone as equal. You should treat everyone as equal. Everyone's attitude or everyone's, even, I will take example of a college itself. In college, from the principal to the last peon, every person, he plays a dominant role. If there is no peon, what is that means? What is the use of the leadership? That means everyone, even the student who, now in this lockdown we see the students, they don't come to college. So what is the use of these buildings? The structure, it will only become lively when when the students they come to college. So that will play, it would become more effective. Then empower people. What you should do, that you should share the profit with others also. You should work for the welfare of the people. Empowerment means what? If any employee is working in your firm and you are earning profit, lakhs of rupees or crores of rupees, you should see the welfare of the employees. Human resources. So human resources, you should cater for their needs, their education, their welfare, their residence and other things, so that they will work much more effectively. They should work in a stress-free atmosphere. If they are working with some stress, naturally that firm or that company, it could not prosper. So looking forward, you should always look forward. You should always look forward. Without that, the success, it cannot be achieved. So one should be competent. Competent in that sense, you should know the market, you should know the demand of the market, and as per that, you should change. You can say likewise how our students, so whenever we see generally the students, whenever they are selecting any college or the streams, what do they see? They see their career opportunities. And a leader in educational field, he should always work for meeting the thirst of the students. For meeting the thirst of the students, then and then only you can become competent. Decision making is very important. You have lakhs of ideas. Ideas make money, when we say. So you have lakhs of ideas, but those ideas should be brought into action. Those ideas should be brought into action. A risk is there, but with that risk, the decision it should be taken. You should go, you should march ahead. And when you march ahead, when you take proper decision, then and then only one can become successful. So without that, the success, it cannot be achieved. Then next, you should be cooperative. That means one should be cooperative with the people. Cooperation is needed. Without cooperation of people, one cannot succeed. Then next, other assertiveness. असर्टिव्हनेस ठामपणे मांडता आलं पाहिजे आपल्याला. आपलं मत ठामपणे मांडणे म्हणजेच त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण, assertiveness. So one should be assertive. Then next, one should be, you can say, self-confident. One should be self-confident. Whenever you are taking any decision, leader, he should be self-confident. So your desire, and that means whatever desire you have, you should be self-confident. Then you should also have tolerance. Tolerance of what? There might be many kinds of calamities. Whatever the decision you might have taken, you might be a failure. Everywhere there might not be success. But you should be tolerant. You should be able to face the challenges and you should be tolerant. So, and you should be willing to assume responsibility. You should know all kind of work. Whenever you are distributing the work, you should also have the subject knowledge, the technical knowledge, the skills of operating those machineries or the needs of the students, in whatever sector you are. So there should be a proper plan, and your education, it should be in an appropriate manner with proper responsibility. So that means the feeling of we, it should be there. I is an ego. When I say, when there is success, generally we say, when there is success, we say I. Because of I, we got success. But we should change the statement. We should say, we worked together and we got success. And when you give credit to others, naturally, people will work much more effectively. And that means there will be progress. The next quality, you should be totally impartial. You should be totally impartial. You should work as a team, and then next, time management is also very important. The work, whatever you do, it should be done in proper time. It should be done in proper time, and you should have good communication skills. Communication skills there, we may say it should be, that they might be either written or oral. So your written communication, you should take care of those words whenever we use, and orally also, you should, that means you should always be calm and quiet. You should not get angry. Anger, it leads again to disaster. but at times you should also take decision at different levels. So we can go at many different levels, but basically at least these triads we should remember, and then only you can become a good leader. All right, thank you. I'll stop here.